Here is a question for you. I want you to ask this yourself. Do you think that it is more probable for an airplane to crash if it is not so clear if it had maintenance as it should have had, if it is being going to be flown by a pilot that may or may not have a license or may not have the medical certificate he needs, if everything is not up to date, or is it more safe and less probable for it to crash if the pilot is up to date, he has everything he needs, he has the hours, he has, I don't know, 5,000, 10,000 hours in the air, the airplane has all its maintenance up to date? And I think the answer is very clear. Is it is yeah, it is more probable, but I want to be very clear about something. It doesn't mean that the airplane that has everything up to date won't crash or won't have a hard landing or something like that. And it doesn't mean that all of the airplanes that are flown without maintenance crash. No, that's not what I'm trying to say, and this is not a black or white conversation. But I want to bring this analogy to what I think is my mission. This is a podcast I'm doing for you so that you can hear this, but also for me because I want to integrate this by sharing this to you. Welcome to a new episode in the Macaw Ayahuasca Retreats podcast. This is a space in which I hope I can give you tools, tips, and knowledge so that you can prepare, experience, and integrate all your ayahuasca ceremonies. Today, we're not going to be talking about some specific topic, or something about ayahuasca. We're going to go straight to our services, our program, and our mission here at Macaw Ayahuasca. And I'm going to talk about myself, David, who right now is leading all of this project. And this is only one thing. As I did today, I do one post, I did one post, I created one podcast, I did one action to do my mission, which is guiding the world for human awakening with ayahuasca in the digital world. This is something that I've seen in myself, and I'm gonna do a quick background about me. This is something that I've been doing for the last years. For the last 10 years, I've been doing, going stronger with my English, with my bilingual part, going stronger with my digital marketing, going stronger with my paid ads, but also going stronger with epiphanies, ayahuasca, human awakening, and my transformation, my own transformation from inside. And the time has come for me to just bring this down to earth. And this is with the program that I've created. This is a program that has been created for several years, because I did this program for people here in Colombia, but now I've decided I want to go worldwide. What is the program? How do we do it? So let's say you say yes, you say you want to do it with us. We do this in 3 phases, which is phases that everybody is going to live in an ayahuasca ceremony. I'm not saying that I'm giving you these phases and nobody else is living them. What I'm telling you is that we have organized this in a way in which you're going to know what to do and what to expect on each one of the phases. And we're going to have like a session, so to say, each one. In the preparation phase, we're gonna give you a document so that you can read all the preparations that you're gonna need. That is the first part, and all the content that you're gonna need so that you can start preparing for the ayahuasca experience. We're gonna tell you about the diet. You're also gonna know about the shamans that are gonna be leading your ayahuasca ceremony. You're also gonna be knowing about some of the basic stuff that we're gonna be seeing in our first meeting, which is the preparation session. This is the crucial first part, and it is a session. Maybe it's a group session or an individual session, depending on what you sign up for. But we get into this session, and then I have called it, and maybe I'll change its name in the future, but for now it's setting you up for epiphanies. We're gonna set you up so that you are in the best shape for epiphanies in ayahuasca, because ayahuasca is not a shortcut for your problems, but it is a shortcut for epiphanies. It expands your right and left brain, and we have to make the best out of it. You're gonna go to an ayahuasca retreat with certified shamans, but we're gonna talk about this a little bit later. So in the prep session, we're gonna be looking at all the aspects that are gonna make you be in the best shape. It is like a starter for your engine. We're gonna focus a lot of this on intentions, and we're gonna give you tools so that you can be set for the day of the ceremony. Then what we do is we have an ayahuasca retreat here in Medellin, Colombia. It is near the airport. We pick you up, we bring you to the shamans, you have your ayahuasca ceremonies. We give you also the hotels, the nights. The only thing that you need to get is your tickets, your airplane tickets to get here. But all the other things, food and everything, we're gonna give you everything. And you're gonna be guided by certified shamans that have been doing this in a place that has more than 30 years. This is an incredible medicine. I've been going to different shamans, and I even went to the jungle here in Colombia where ayahuasca is grown and also cooked. But this is the best place that I can give you in several aspects. But the best one is consistency. The consistency in this medicine, the consistency in these shamans is something that I've not seen anywhere else. So you're gonna be there, spend a time. I don't know which program you're gonna sign up for, but at least 3 cups or 3 ceremonies you're gonna have. And then there you're gonna use all the tools that we've given you, and then you're gonna go back home. And this is the most important part. It is the integration phase. And here's when we give you also all the tools that you're gonna need, and we're gonna schedule a meeting, an individual meeting for you and me, or the person that is gonna guide you in this process. And you're gonna be bringing downloading. And not only that, we're gonna help you interpret everything, yeah, but the most important part is how you're gonna bring this to action, how you're gonna make this part of your life, of your lifestyle. And we're gonna give you tools to start applying this, because I think this is one of the most challenging parts of integration, is making it real, sticking to the change, and keeping the motivation. And as I've seen in other podcasts, motivation doesn't last, but consistency is the one thing that will help you bring the habits and stick to it long enough, so that when motivations goes away, you keep going, and then you start seeing some of the fruits, and it brings back motivation, and it is a beautiful cycle that repeats itself, and it will help you. So this is the whole program. I'm not expanding. I'm not gonna tell you about prices and so on. You can go to our link in our bios, go to our Instagram, to our beacons, which is the link that we have in the bio. You can talk to us through WhatsApp. We can give you the presentation. You can click and get to know everything that this includes. But this program is thought for you, which you're listening, but this is something that I want to get worldwide. And here I also wanted to explain it, as the title says, is explaining services, but also why. And this is for me, and maybe this is the last kick that you're gonna need. Why am I doing this? It is because I have like a spiritual mission which was said to me years ago, and I didn't listen, but it was telling me that I come to be like a bridge between things that seem very separate from each other. And I've been part of the digital world, working for a newest company for the last year, working for international clients, also having like parents and family that come from a very corporate, so to say, world, but also always in my heart and in my life it's been expressing itself, not even brought by my family but just by myself, saying yes to invitations and so on. I've been always drawn to spiritual awakening, human awakening, and those two worlds seem very far apart. And we have this in Colombia, we have this ancestral medicine, and not only a psychedelic but a ceremony and shamans that have been doing for thousands and thousands of years. And I also have been part of this new era with AI and digital marketing and social media and mass production and everything. And I love both of these worlds, but I think they need to come together. We are in very challenging times in which we have a lot of media, a lot of ads, a lot of information to digest, but we don't have the tools to do it. And then we have a lot of things to heal, a lot of emotions that we don't know how to manage. And I think this is the time when ayahuasca is gonna be crucial and very important in our life and for our human race. I once heard Joe Rogan, which is very famous in the US, the biggest podcast in the world, and he was saying like, somebody asked him like, what do you think is gonna be crucial in the AI world? And he said psychedelics. He was talking about mushrooms, I'm talking about ayahuasca, and this is the medicine that I've seen that works the most, and this is the bridge that I'm bringing, because everything now is, it doesn't have 24 hours or less, it is already old. This is incredible, and it brings unimaginable advances as the human race. Yeah, but there's gonna be a moment in which that is not gonna be the answer, and that AI is gonna take all of our jobs, and then we're gonna have like free times. And here is when I see ancestral healing coming, because it is something that has been constant for 5,000 years. So if something sticks for 5,000 years, it's something that is gonna stick for at least, let's say, 100 more. So at least, but maybe I think it's gonna last for 1,000 years more or much more. It's something that comes from the ancestral knowledge. It's in our DNA, it's in the information of the universe, and we need to bring those things together. There are a lot of things that we don't understand, and we call them woo-woo or magic or nonsense, but then we find a physical or a scientific law that backs it up, and then we call it science. I think ayahuasca helps us understand things that do not still have a science behind it, but they're real in the world. And this is when I come in play, and I want to bring those worlds together, and I hope I can help you if you want to be part of this, because I think this is gonna be unstoppable. And I was thinking about it. My faith, the biggest faith that I have, this is something that I know is going to happen, is two things. One, the importance of ayahuasca in the world. It is already taking place, but I know it can grow many times more. And my part on it, this is unstoppable, and this is something I know it's gonna happen. So I might as well start now. So hope to hear from you if you want to jump in this journey, and I'll see you in a new episode. Bye.